Board. What is up, fellow adventurers? Captain Kai here. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I've got a story that you are not going to believe. I'm broadcasting live from the cockpit of my newest acquisition, and let me tell you, the journey to get here was absolutely wild. It all started at the Xylos Galactic auction, the biggest ship market this side of the Andromeda cluster. I went there with a pretty tight budget, looking for a reliable cargo hauler, something to get me through the next few asteroid belt runs. But everything, and I mean everything, was priced way out of my league. We're talking millions of credits for even the most basic freighters. I was about to pack it in, chalk it up as a wasted trip, when the auctioneer announced the final lot of the day. They called it Lot 734. And as they rolled it out onto the magnetic platform, this wave of laughter just rippled through the crowd. It wasn't a ship, it was a relic. A hulking, armored beast of a vessel, covered in scorch marks, dents, and what looked like a century of cosmic dust. The official designation was a Goliath-class enforcement cruiser, but everyone was calling it the Rust Bucket. Its armor plating was peeling in places. One of the engine nestles was visibly cracked, and the viewport looked like it had taken a direct hit from a plasma cannon. The auctioneer didn't even try to sell it. He just sighed and said, "All right, folks, who wants to clear this junk out of our hangar?" Opening bid, 10 credits. Silence, complete and utter silence. People were literally turning their backs, already heading for the exits. The auctioneer looked desperate. 10 credits. Anyone? 5. The price was dropping. I saw this big shot magnate, a guy who had just dropped 50 million on a luxury yacht, just scoff and walk away. That's when something clicked for me. Why was everyone so quick to dismiss it? Sure, it was ugly, it was beaten up, but that armor, it was military-grade tri-steel alloy. Even in that state, it was incredibly rare. My heart started pounding. The auctioneer sighed. "All right, last chance, 7 credits. Going once." My hand shot up before I could even think. 7 credits, I yelled. He looked stunned. "Sold." To the insane captain in the back for 7 credits. The whole hangar erupted in laughter. I didn't care. I just bought a warship for the price of a cup of coffee. Getting it out of the hangar was an adventure in itself. The port authorities were laughing. The mechanics were shaking their heads. They handed me a physical data slate with the ship's manifest, which was about an inch thick with repair notices and decommission orders. They basically told me I'd be lucky if it even powered on. I had to use my personal power pack just to get the main ramp to lower. The moment I stepped inside, I was hit by this smell of ozone and stale, recycled air. The corridors were dark, lit only by the red glow of emergency backup lights. Every footstep echoed in the silence. It was creepy, but it was also magnificent. This ship had seen things. It had stories etched into every single scorched bulkhead. I made my way to the bridge. It was a disaster zone. Wires hung from the ceiling like vines, consoles were shattered, and the captain's chair was ripped right off its mounting ties. Spent the next 3 days just trying to get the primary systems online. I bypassed fried circuits, rerouted power conduits, and manually purged the life support systems. It was grueling work. All the while, I was getting messages from other spacers I knew, all of them asking if I'd come to my senses and scrapped the cosmic coffin yet. But I couldn't give up. I felt this connection to the ship, this stubborn belief that there was more to it than meets the eye. Why armor a ship so heavily if it wasn't protecting something important? Finally, on the 4th day, I did it. With a final connection, the ship roared to life. Not with a sputter, but with a deep, powerful hum that vibrated through the entire deck. The main lights flickered on, revealing the true state of the bridge. It was still a mess, but now I could see the potential. I started diagnostics on the main computer. Most of its memory banks were corrupted, just gibberish and error logs. I was about to give up on that front when I noticed a single, isolated partition. It was triple encrypted and firewalled off from the rest of the ship's systems. It was labeled simply, Contingency. My curiosity went into overdrive. This had to be it. This was the secret. It took me another full day to crack the encryption. Divorce. Unlike anything I'd ever seen before, shifting, evolving code that seemed to learn from my attempts to break it. But I'm persistent. Finally, with one last algorithm, I broke through. The file opened. It wasn't a weapons schematic or a secret battle plan. It was a star chart. But it wasn't any known region of space. The constellations were all wrong. The galactic markers were unfamiliar. Right, in the center of the chart was a single, pulsating waypoint. Labeled the Aegis. Below it was a single line of text. The last safe harbor. Genesis colony coordinates. My jaw hit the floor. This wasn't just a decommissioned warship. This was an Ark. A colony ship designed to carry the last remnants of a forgotten civilization to a new home. The ship's log, which was also unlocked, told the story. The Goliath wasn't built for war. It was built for protection, throws. It was designed to withstand anything the universe could throw at it, to protect its precious cargo. But something went wrong. They were attacked, and the ship was left for dead. Its mission and its destination a secret. Until now. The engine that everyone thought was cracked? It's not a standard hyperdrive. It's an experimental displacement drive, capable of folding space. It can get me to the Aegis in a single jump. All that armor, all those scorch marks, they were the signs of a ship that did its job. It protected its secret. So, was it worth it? 7 credits for the location of a legendary lost colony, and a ship that can actually get me there. I'd say that's the deal of a lifetime. I'm still trying to process all of this. I'm sitting here, in the Captain S. Cherry managed to bolt it back down, looking at a map that could change the history of the galaxy. This ship, the rust bucket that everyone laughed at, is the key to one of the biggest mysteries in the universe. My next step. Well, I've got a lot of repairs to do before I can attempt a jump of that magnitude. But you can bet I'm going to the Aegis, and you, my friends, are going to come with me. I'll be documenting every step of this insane journey, from repairing this magnificent beast to making that final, history-making jump. So, what do you guys think? Am I crazy, or did I just pull off the biggest galactic heist in history? Let me know in the comments below. And make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because you are not going to want to miss what happens next. This is Captain Kai, signing off from the bridge of my new home. The Starship Aegis. Thanks for watching.